From the latest news to your favorite tunes, we've got your back morning, night, and afternoon. Join our family, connect with your crew. Kings FM 88.5, just for you.
His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
Before we could become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened on yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong. And no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because their SAR is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
I see in the next few months a nicer country, a very noisy country, rowdy country, a heavily divided country, a very tough economy, a sense of elitism by those who are coming at the hem of authority. The coming in of the Unity Party is going to multiply the economic woes, the economic conundrum, the economic quagmire, the suffering of the Liberian people is going to multiply. We are not prophets of doom, but the reality will come.
Mr. President, recently we witnessed the demolition of the CDC headquarters in Comortown, which was carried out through a court order. How does the administration ensure that such enforcement action are done fairly and without political interference?
The law is the law. It's not the government. It's the government implementation of the law. The police were ordered to do it, and they did it. If that demolition is removal of the people from premises that don't belong to them according to the law.
Why will George Weah, who is tempted by Joseph Boakai, who was drowning in his Egypt land, who was dead, very red up, dirty, stink, you could find him passing around, practically dead and useless. Why will such a man conduct make you wear vex that you will struck the work and then lose God's own mission to take you to the promised land? That was the test of time today for George Weah. If George Weah had reacted, you are falling in the place of Moses.
The Liberian National Police commenced the Congress for Democratic Change for the discipline, calm, and statesmanship demonstrated during the recent eviction process. Their respect for the rule of law, despite the deep sentimental value and history attached to the property, reflects a maturity that strengthens Liberia's democracy. This movement is not only a testament to CDC's leadership, but also a reminder to all political institutions and citizens that our democracy grows stronger when lawful decisions are honored peacefully.
Today, you have a rebel police director who thinks that he has arrived. And the worst thing about all these people, they all benefited from the magnanimity of George Weah. Ranging from people on the bench of the Supreme Court, they got letters from George Weah. If some of them choose to pay him back with evil, it's up to them. The very Gregory Coma today, he worked in the previous administration when Weah came. He also got another letter again. If he chooses to do what he's doing, it's up to him. But one thing I can tell you for sure is this is how we had always been molded. That's how God has already molded Weah and catapult him into success. He will suffer rejection, denigration, humiliation. That has been his life. How can you make somebody who has been down the line their shame? The person has gone through shame. They have gone through disgrace. They have done everything they cared. Whatever people thought and were laughing at them, they surmount everything and catapult themselves into becoming someone who is towering that the whole world can look at today. What more can you do? You think you're bringing that person down? You're just hurting yourself. In fact, what you are doing, you are destroying yourself. You know what it takes for you to pride in yourself of being bad? When people are looking for good image, you are happy in becoming a bad person. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. George Weah would never, ever buy in to your tricks. He would never, ever.
This government assigned security to the former president's house. This government is capable of bribing any of its security to plan any evil in the former president's house. This government has done so many things that have questioned the credibility of the president. They have manipulated the law. They have manipulated security. The president has interfered with investigations of other issues that we know of. There's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. With investigations of other issues that we know of, there's nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. Nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. Nothing this president cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. Cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency. Cannot do to make sure that George Weah is out of the way so he can, the United Party can continue to maintain the presidency.
Joseph Walker is an old, frail, and weak, unpatriotic, questionable citizen of the Republic of Liberia. Do you argue that? He's 23 years older than George Weah. No argument. He is too old to be a modern-day president. He has collapsed several times, meaning he is frail and he is weak. No argument. He is unpatriotic because, one, he lied to us. Two, all the jobs he held, he did nothing. And the 43 years he served in government was marked by massive fraud. Walker is an old, frail, and weak, unpatriotic, questionable citizen of the Republic of Liberia. Do you argue that? He's 23 years older than George Weah. No argument. He is too old to be a modern-day president. He has collapsed several times, meaning he is frail and he is weak. No argument. He is unpatriotic because, one, he lied to us. Two, all the jobs he held, he did nothing. And the 43 years he served in government was marked by massive fraud, waste, and abuse. And most importantly, rampant corruption. As far as the citizenship is concerned, it is in question.
Before we could become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened on yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong. And no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because the Asa is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country, as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
It's another day again. Thank you, people. Thank you. Great day that you join us for the real talk as we go real. It's another day again, my people. Yeah, great day. Good day. Yeah, it is. So let me say thank you that you join us this afternoon for real talk. We talk all things real, getting Liberia better, and it's getting better irrespective of how people feel, what they don't want to hear, but they are hearing. It's an obligation. It's not a choice, not a privilege. No, but an obligation. Another day, another time, another opportunity. This is the station that makes airwave. This is Kings 88.5. This is the radio station that they discuss in the cabinet meeting. This is the radio station that all of their officials are uncomfortable with. This is the radio station that they just can't cope with. This is the radio station. Hey, another day again, people. Thank you so very much that you place us on your Monday itinerary. It's another day. This is Kings 88.5 on the 17th day of November 2025. The reign of we are. He is good. He is faithful. He is kind. He keeps watch over Kings 88.5 and everybody within the space of Kings 88.5. This God is so good. Yes, He's a good God. And that's why he said, in everything acknowledge me. Though they were planning against you as an institution, Kings 88.5, they would not succeed. Though they will get vexed by what you broadcast, they will come up with all kinds of shenanigans, but they will not succeed. Whatever they do, even if they want to take you to a death, it will just be a shadow, because my rod and my staff will protect you, and I will go ahead of the institution and everybody within it, just as he went before Isaiah, Jeremiah. Yeah, this is the God that we serve. Oh yeah, you cannot plot against and you succeed once God is keeping watch. It's another day. We are grateful to that God. Yes. So it said, in everything, give God thanks and praises. In everything, acknowledge him. Praise his holy name. Magnify his name. He's good. He keeps watch over each and everybody here in Kings and out of the station, and brings everybody back into the station in good health, good mind, everything getting ready to make his society better. Yes. And thank you for the support. So let's start this way. I woke up on Sunday morning between 5:30, getting ready for Sunday lecture, going over the script, or attempting to go over the script. Just in that time, I landed on the internet, and then this song greeted me, and I started to listen. I soon forgot that I needed to do a lecture on Sunday morning on the radio. I was into the lecture in my research room, the song rather, so touching, so inspiring. Thanks to my dear sister, Orita Sunday with Choir, who sent it to me. I didn't know that she had sent it, and then while I was getting ready, bam, I'm into it. Yeah, it's the song. Yes, so touching. Thanks so much, Orita Sunday with Choir, for the song. This is how we want to get started. It is called Stay With Me. What a touching, what a spirit filled, what administration it is. Let's go.
Hallelujah. Let it loose in me. The nights are long, the road is cold. Sometimes I lose the faith I hold, but every tear I cry, you see, you never walk away from me. When I fall down, you pick me up. You pour your love inside my cup. I don't need silver, I don't need gold. Just keep my heart inside your home. Jesus, stay with me when I'm weak. When I'm weak and I can't see. When the storm is all I feel. Storm is all I feel. Lord, just stay with me. 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 I walk through doubt. I walk through fear. But still I know you're always near. No matter what tomorrow brings, your mercy still my spirit sings. Yes, Lord, He's faithful. Even if I lose my way, don't let me drift You're the breath inside my knee. Till I reach eternity. Oh, Jesus, stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. Oh, don't ever leave. Just stay with me.
As what a song, stay with me, even if I'm falling, even in my weakness. Don't ever leave me. If I mess up, don't ever leave me. Stay with me. Yes. Thank you, my dear sister Orita Sonne Choir for the song. I think there are more than one. Yeah. This one is called Stay With Me, and there's Grace, and there's the other ones. Yeah, so touching, so inspiring. The minister to me, and I thought to share it with all of us. Everything, almost everything, the wordings apply to kings and God and the government, who is the enemy of Kings 88.5. God is with us in the midst of all that we do. God is with us. We plead that he stays with us. He stands with us. His presence hovers us, and he leads us because we are in the midst of the enemies. Yes. What a song. Claudia Addison, you are on from Delaware, the USA. Asata Miller, Stephen Yakari Chicken Soup Factory, Ambassador Thomas Blamo, Mam Barclay Copper Farm, Rising Sun TV, Dallas, Texas, Emmanuel Bro, Minneapolis, Minnesota, USA, John K. Towelli, Bapin Paul Lee, Johnsonville, Alfred Doe, Helena Ondoma. Yeah, exactly. All right, Helena D17, Fifth Kelvin Bapin, Nimba United, John K. Towelli, Silva, Washington, Broville, Philip Kura, Dubai, UAE, Benson, Devio, Victor, Bro Street, Jeff Comonter, D16, Mary Tooley, New Georgia Estate, Joshua Krieger, Douala, Bushro Island, Ambassador Walter Morgan, CDC regular intellectual militant, Masare Abdullah Jejawai Community, Musa A. Sharif, Congo Town, Samokai, Bawa. Yes, from the township of West Point, Boaka Zodua, Mecklin Street, Waterside, Abraham Addison, Julius, Sako, Do Community, Pastor Melvin Destiny Power, USA, William Dario Wulu, Civil Rights Movement, Caldwell, Barbara Stanford, New York City, Brooklyn, Harris City, Caldwell, Jeremiah Labla, FDA Community, Nina Quia, Amara Kamara, Henry Tito Jr., Usman Saul, Gala Street Business Center, Joan Mamalu, the same place, your business center, Gabriel Lawson, I Am Factory Bro Street, Patience Wisner Lane Street, Ralph Cooper, Denver, Colorado, Patricia Zia, your office, Abraham Kamara, FCB. Yeah, we got Chelsea on the 23rd, 23rd, or 25th. Tuesday. That's next week, Tuesday. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Abraham Kamara, CDC, Kege begin, FCB, Kege begin. Amen. Kege, FCB, CDC, Kings 88.5. The chairman himself is on. Yes. The chairman himself, the chairman for life, the only chairman, the only commoner chairman, the only melting pot chairman, the reference chairman, the only chairman that everybody wants to be in his presence. And you never regret being in his presence, just as you never regret being in the presence of George Weah. So the common chairman, Roma Rico, or Kenny Ball for short, chairman, Block 13 Intellectual Center, Iron Factory, and his wife, Mary Mulba. All of you great people. Good to have you guys on. Let's get started. Time is of the essence. We've got some things to talk about, and then we are out. This is LRB, and this is Kings 88.5, the Talk About station, the only station that everybody is talking about. That's good. It's good that we can get you people talking about us. It means we're making great impact. Yes, God himself said it. He said, let others talk about you. Yeah, just do the work. Don't brag about yourself. Just do the work and they will talk. What you do, not everybody will like it. Not everybody will come along and say, yes, you guys are doing good. No, others will know that you are doing good, but they will just not want to acknowledge. They too are doing good, and they will want others to acknowledge, but they will not want to acknowledge others. Rather, they will take what you are doing, or they will give it a different interpretation. Yes, so no problem with that. We are happy, whether for the wrong reason, good reason, we are excited. So let's deal with events out of Liberia, and then we get started, and then we are out. There are renewed calls within South Africa's ruling ANC to remove President Cyril Ramaphosa, dissolve the National Executive Committee, and form a national tax team led by former President Thabo Mbeki. The proposal, circulated in a letter to senior African National Congress members, was condemned by ANC Veterans League President Sunuki Sikalala as a covert attempt to destabilize the party. He said the Veterans League backs Ramaphosa to complete his term. Rumors that Cyril Ramaphosa might step down after South Africa hands over the G20 presidency next month were also dismissed by his advisor, Bijani Chuki. Roman Catholic leader, the Pope, has listed Nigeria among countries where Christians face discrimination and persecution, alongside Bangladesh, Mozambique, Sudan, and others. In a post on his official X account, the Pope expressed concern over continued attacks on Christian communities and churches, using prayers for peace and unity. He also called for prayers for families in Kivu, DRC, after recent massacres killed many civilians. The Pope's remarks echo concerns from United States President Donald Trump, who redesignated Nigeria as a country of particular concern over religious persecution. The Nigerian government has rejected the label, insisting the country is secular and does not target any faith. And lawmakers in Benin have approved a constitutional change that extends the presidential term from 5 to 7 years and creates a Senate. The two-term limit stays the same. The president Prince Talon is expected to leave office next April after 10 years. His chosen successor, Finance Minister Romal Wardini, is widely viewed as the leading candidate in the upcoming election. The amendment passed with 90 votes for and 90 against. The new Senate will have at least 25 members, including some appointed by the president and others who serve automatically, such as former presidents. With those developments unfolding out of Liberia, let's get to our events here in Liberia, and then we are out. Well, we are excited, we are motivated, we are enthusiastic, we are spirited. It is good that we are in the news and we just not reporting the news. We are in the news, and we are in the news for the right reason. We are in the news for a good reason, a good cause. We are grateful that they can discuss us here and there. It means we're making great impact. Moreover, it means their uncomfortable feeling is irrational because they aren't reasoning well. They imputing sentiment into, or imputing sentiment instead of imputing reasoning. God said, come, let us reason together. He did not say put in sentiment in everything, in anything. He said reason, reason. Then he said analyzed well, and analysis is the same as reasoning. Then he said, don't get angry. Don't get angry because your anger might just be irrational. And what we have before us with the other people condemning us is irrational. It's irrational anger. It's irrational. We put out the positive, they put out the irrational. So some people say, oh, we're giving the man relevance. We elevating the argument to another level. No, we are not making or elevating anybody. We are not showcasing anybody. What we are doing is using our platform, telling them, imputing common sense into their ears. They say they ban AB. But here is the irony. AB has one of the widely listened to platforms. So banning somebody doesn't make sense. You can ban when the person had been going there, and along the way, you find out that, oh, look, this is not right. So you put a stop to it. So we're not elevating. Some people say, oh, you're a leader, man. The more you're talking about it, no. This is a media space. 1, 2, this is a political war. You don't let anything slide from your enemy. If you ever did, God in heaven himself will tell you that you're stupid. You know why some people, sorry to say, I'm not saying this way, why some people went so early, they went off, things happened to them. Some people, they honor the ground because they left it. They left it. You don't leave everything your enemy said about you. When they notice that you are not resistive, they feel they have the edge, the space, the time to uproot you. But when you are resistive, when you are reactionary, they say, hey, let's lead the thing. So you ban a man, but the man has a platform that anything you say or anything you do, the man can fight back. Just as you're fighting back using your platform, the man has a platform to fight back. The only person who doesn't fight back is the person who is powerless. When you do not have the ability, you do not have the means, then you are powerless. But when you have the same machinery, you have the same ability as the person who thinks he is powerful than you, Benny, you can resist him. So they took the argument to another level. So I thought to take it to another level again. This time, they came out to say this, to say that. So here is it. If AB did not have the platform, then he's powerless. Then Eugene Fagon and the government people, they will relax. 2, if Eugene Fagon had not said damning thing about this very Joseph Yema Boaka man, if he did not cause the Joseph Boaka man to the court, I told you I listened to it again. I listened to it again. That's the last thing I'll listen to after I got you preparing. Let me show you. I lay back like this. I listen to it on the computer over and over. I put it on autoplay over and over. And I said to myself, if I ever did, even if he can say, Sam, you should not have done that thing, you suspend it, I'll say, yeah, Chia gone. After all the 1-2 days suspension, what can? Because look, it's too bad. It's too bad. The thing that Eugene said about Boaka, if we play, I swear, Boaka will sack him. Boaka will take him, brother. United Party people will pressure Boaka to take Eugene Fagon from there. That's why you have to be very careful. Look at your life. God said, look at your past and see whether you have no problem. Then you can present yourself as the holy of holies. So I said, no, I'll leave here. I put it in different folder and let it be there. The day they go to the extreme, then we'll bring it out. We have no time, whether that radio, whether that we'll put it out. So they took, over the weekend, they took the argument to another level. That is the reason AB has a platform. You know, man, people, that one that common sense. It ain't hard to understand. The man who does not have a platform, that the man who is weak, the people can say anything about him, whichever way they can say. But the man who has the same platform as you, all of you are in the same space, you can do nothing extra. You're not sounding nothing extra. So they took the argument to another level. And the man, listen, I will play something and see. This is why now we are asking, let the government of Liberia define for us insult. Because everything in this country is an insult. This is the first country I have seen that everything is an insult. Once you are in government, you can say all manner of things. Awful things you can say of other people. No, they are right. But when it comes from the opposition or the opposition community, then insultive. When this country became cultured enough, when this country became so ethical to the extent that everything you cannot in any way proud yourself as being so the man took the argument to another level, bragging. Let me play the first one in which, listen, my people, those of you who are Christians, I beg you, please read that line in Matthew 7. Start reading from 3. You read 3, verse 3, verse 4, verse 5. It's typical of Liberia culture, generally and specifically political culture. The same people who will say unethical, immoral, uncultured are the same people that will come with contradiction, irony, and oxymoron. They will come to say the same thing. Words they say you should not use, they will use the words. Then you tend to wonder, what kind of culture are we in? I want you people to have a listen. Yaka. You bragging. You brag. You say you coming down heavy on AB. AB does not brag. You brag. Only an empty person, an empty score brag. A person who is mentally empty, who has no vision whatsoever, who is not grounded academically, who cannot pursue anything readily all by himself independently, that person brags. And God himself forbids that. God said, do not brag. You're listening. The expression, you refer to AB as idiot. The man who say AB insulting the president, he uses his platform to insult the president. The man can refer to AB as idiot. The man uses the word stupid. He used all kinds of damning words. Amen. So you see the pretense, the impression he's trying to make. Eugene Fagon, I can show you. Eugene Fagon will not steal on order. You know why? Because he gets more blunder to do. I'm told that Bwaga is uncomfortable with what is happening because the way things are going now. He is not a unity party person. He hasn't been supportive of them. He caused Bwaga when Bwaga was vice president to the core. When Bwaga declared his intention, he said all 4 things against Joseph Yima Bwaga. The record there is people have started spreading the other ones, and the outright condemnation, using the station now as a political machinery. So anybody who disagrees, anybody who said something critical of Joseph Yima Bwaga, don't ever attempt to go to LBX. The same thing Malcolm Joseph, journalist Malcolm Joseph, and the rest of the guys saw and said, let's push for a legislation to turn LBS into a public service broadcaster from a state radio, a state machinery. That's what we're saying. So, and you brace yourself for it going into 2029. If you don't preach Joseph Yima Bwaga message, if you don't sing Joseph Yima Bwaga song, if you don't dance to Joseph Yima Bwaga beat, if you don't worship Joseph Yima Bwaga, you dare go to LBS and say you want to XYZ. When you can worship, when you can fall down, prostrate yourself, when you can sing praise, even if they're flatter, then they'll put you on LBS. AB does not need LBS. Chief, we say that thing every day. It's too much now. AB is more valuable by brand. AB presence on LBS. We are taking LBS to another level by listenership and viewership. Yeah, it's a man before he can sit down. In less than 5 minutes, a man gone to 10,000, 20,000, 25,000 viewers. That tells you that the person is a brand, a celebrity. And before I go to that clip, sorry for Hassan Kewu. Sorry for Hassan Kewu. Hassan Kewu will get dismissed disgracefully anytime soon. Hassan Kewu is a journalist sitting under a man who ain't know nothing but just loud mouth talking. A man who just sitting on AA. Hassan Kewu has 2 masters with a bachelor degree, went to the University of Liberia and a degree in journalism and masters. Hassan Kewu managed during the COVID period, prevail. If you people were around that time, prevail was helping in the health sector with COVID-19, with interventions and other stuff. He was managing that organization from a communications perspective. He was responsible for communication. Why did they bring him in such a critical period? Because they knew that he is a seasoned journalist who would know what to do. And he managed that communication arm perfectly. It's not because Hassan Kewu is sitting at FBS, Eugene Fagon should think that he qualified. Hassan Kewu is more than qualified. When they say journalist, that is journalist there. That other man just sitting over there because he caused George Weah to the letter. He sat down on Spoon Talk. And that's the reason why Bwaga get his job. Then you can't talk about on ethical, the man can sit down on the radio and curse the president. Bwaga that go. Bwaga that go. Bwaga is not God. Bwaga is just as any other person in this country. He's not above anything. He's not above reproach. He's not above criticism. Let us not lower the bar of our democracy. The great United States, the people call Donald Trump puppet of a president. Does that mean anything to Donald Trump? The very Donald Trump, he goes, see how he refers to his colleagues and other people. Do they have problem with us? That's the democratic space. We have to stop. This country is not for one person. This is not Bouaka personal property. This is not a Bouaka dynasty. This is the Republic of Liberia. People have to drop the sycophancy. Let's take our democracy to another level, that the people will say, yes, Liberia is growing. What did they not do in this country? People sat down on Spoon Talk and other radio stations here. They insulted George Weah mother. They insulted George Weah wife. While the woman in the country, they were going personal with her. None of these people, the very Fagon men joined the fray that today you know that nobody should insult Bouaka. Is Bouaka God? The very man is rude. The AB platform here now, chief. And he said, I'm a boss. Yeah, you were bragging. I'm a boss. Yeah, AB ain't got to say that. There's a difference between an educated person and uneducated person. Uneducated person brags, boasts, rant, draw attention. But the educated person moves with reasoning. Where is the man? Let's get to the man. Yeah. You curse Bouaka to the core. You say all manner of things against Bouaka. Unity Party people, they have to be very careful with you, because one day you will say something. One day, do you know that Fagon noted for dumping or creating problem within government? And he did it in We Are Government. We are giving chance. We are reason and allow him to come out of it. What did he do? And he went back again. The man is on a mission. Yo, yeah. And we yeah. Yo, yeah, what that man will do to Bouaka. Unity Party people will start blaming Bouaka and say, oh, Mr. President, you should not have appointed that man, Mr. President. Let me just do this and then we go. Yeah, the man bragging and boasting. First thing, the man boasting. Two, listen to the wordings the man used. They say nobody more cause. It's good that this thing is happening. So you know why? Because I like it. In sociology, the people tell you that sometimes conflict is necessary because it solves a number of things. It mend fences and people get to stop certain things. So it's good now, people raising it aloud. So nobody will be causing us. So information ministry people will not be causing the other people. Government officials will not be causing. Because if they did, then we'll remind them. We'll remind them. We're not telling them, don't come on our platform, don't go on our platform. We'll just recall you and play you repeatedly. So everywhere you go, you will be embarrassed and people will know that you are causer too. Listen to the man. Yeah, the man who say he better off. Listen to him.
There is no damn casino yet.
The man first expression that the ethical man, the man who is ethical, the man who is culture, the man who is refined, condemning other people, referring to AB as idiot. You and AB, who the idiot? You sat down, you inconsistent. Let's assume Spoon Talk wasn't in existence. I swear Fagon, the entire day Fagon died. Who revived that man? He was dying to the core. And your man said it. Stanton said it. Then after that, another friend of Stanton, he came out to explain how he was receiving the money from Stanton, giving aid to Fagon to survive in America. And that's when Stanton told him, I mean, come on the show. Because at that time, Stanton's entire machinery was directed against Weah. So he felt that with this man leaving Weah government, it's a plus for us in the opposition as Unity Party. Come on the show. That's when Eugene Fagan went on the show now and start saying all manner of things. So the man said, okay, I'll be giving you something. That's how he was surviving. But he did not leave his unruly behavior. The man is still rude. Look at it. Look at the Unity Party man. Yeah, it's the Unity Party man who is preaching the doctrine of ethics.
There is no damn casino yet. No damn casino yet. There is no damn casino yet. There is no damn casino yet. Damn casino yet.
And yeah, please listen. He thought that he was saying something good. This is what in psychology we call temper tantrum. If you can manage your emotion, you start to say some things, you use words that will not go down well with people listening to you or watching you. And it is against that they say we should not curse. Yeah, the man, the ethical man, the culture man. Listen, I wouldn't interrupt. There, he talked about a lady that was paraded naked or was told to naked herself. We all know the event that he was referencing, and we know what came from that event. But he felt that he was referring to Edwin Snow. He felt that Snow he was referring to, he did not know that his man Patrick Horner was there, and it was Patrick Horner who put up the money, I think 500 or 1,000 for the girl to naked herself and walk before them. So he was presenting it in a way because it was Snow who raised the issue. Senator Snow raised the issue about the casino at LBS. So he's talking now, ranting against. He thinks that he's saying something or exposing Senator Snow, not realizing his Unity Party man who sits at Post and Telecom or Liberia Telecommunication Authority. Patrick Horner was involved, and he was the main protagonist. Y'all listen, I'm not interrupting again. Then we'll go to ABO and then we'll move.
There is no damn casino yet. There's no slot machine yet. There's no card table yet. Nobody play no damn cards yet. Nobody play no Russian roulette shit. Nobody play slot machine yet. There is none yet. There has never been, and there will never be. You're running your mouth. Show the camera around. Let us see the casino. And how your part in casino can look. Your part in casino, then you'll go to the higher low. Is this a casino to you? Do you see a slot machine yet? Do you see card table? I won't tell you that. I won't wait for Tuesday. I will wait for Tuesday. I will deal with them from the law perspective. Yes. The other man they call guys on we already catch it. Okay. He said, oh, and the director general can do this, he can do that, but where's the moral lesson? Where's your damn moral lesson? When somebody was marching, won't get butt naked side of the pool. Oh, you didn't know that one, huh? When they say moral lesson, took the what you call this, sir? The Western cluster. You didn't see that moral lesson? The same moral lesson was eat beef, they call basso, and cooking fufu in a kitchen, and said that nobody should go into different standards. That moral lesson, I'm guided by the law. These people have an agreement which I will display, signed by the justice minister, the finance minister, the whoever. They are legal, they are legitimate, meaning they have no contract that now we come and sit down and talk with the money.
That's the ethical culture man there. You listen to the expressions he used. He went on his page, he went live. So he was broadcasting. The same thing we do, that's what he was doing. So all the children heard it. All the middle age, the teenage children, they heard his expression. The man who they listened to saying AB can cost the president. You heard the man? This is the director general of the government radio station called Liberia Broadcasting System. A radio station with a director general that should be leading by example. Is it right if you said somebody insult to come and use the same expression? Then what's the substance of your accusation?
There is no damn casino yet. No. There's no slot machine yet. There's no card table yet. Nobody play no damn cards yet. Nobody play no Russian roulette shit.
Nobody play no Russian roulette shit. That's the Director General of FBSO, going so dirty and nasty. The Director General, that's the description of it. Somebody who comes with such a rant, that's the description, dirty and nasty. Meaning the person just splash words, all kinds of awful words, whichever way, and then you sense the anger in his voice. Let's move to the most talked about man. Eugene Fagon, we're not elevating him. Oh, that's the essence of this platform. AB ain't got to talk here. They say anything, we got to come and say, you know what, because AB is our boss. The same way he was defending Bouaka as Bouaka is his boss, AB is our boss. So when you say something against the boss, we have to come because you are defending your boss. And that is why almost all the Unity Party people support him. When you go on, you see them. Fagon is right. Fagon is right. Because Bouaka is the boss. Fagon's boss is Bouaka. Our boss is AB. So AB ain't got to talk. That's the reason why he has undermen. Yes. So, and as far as I know, in broadcast and political warfare, you can't leave it. So I said, no, I'm going. When they take it to another level, we take it to another level too. At every level, they take it. If they argue on this, if they come with whatever against AB 10 times, we react 10 times. And let's see at the end of the day, who? AB is properly seated. That place is just a transitory. And not a permanent place. You talk to AB 10 times, we react 10 times, will be on a week in, week out, and see who will leave LBS. At the close of the day, Bouaka will just release his usual communication. You hear new person at LBS. AB with me. This is AB permanent seat. So you see, if I were that man, I will keep my mouth shut. Anybody who comes against AB, you never survive. You either lose your job or you are suspended. Somewhere you will feel the pinch. Let's go to the one yesterday now. Yesterday, Sunday, he had this one. He renewed it. So, oh, okay. Yeah, he on AB again. He took it to another level.
Let me sit down, rotate, the man who can cause the president up, down, everything about him. Go invite him to LDS to come sit down behind the microphone. And you want me to be director general and take that nonsense?
The one that you heard first from AB, he was in America and he sent it in the chat room. AB said it. Fagon is in Liberia. He came from America and he decided to show his anger this way. That one that AB told you the last week show, it was in the chat room. You heard him say, this one, he came, he called the people and said, let me address this thing here. Let me deal with AB William. And you know, anyway, we thought that all I want.
Let me sit down, rotate, the man who can cause the president up, down, everything about him. Go invite him to LDS to come sit down behind the microphone. And you want me to be director general and take that nonsense? Something wrong with you. I told him, go tell Abraham Gosson, we your friend, he's not welcome here. I the one said it. I'm the director general here. I said it. And I took the decision. Then they go, you know, and the program was not changed. I stopped it with the power vested in me. And you are not welcome here, Abraham Gosson William. This microphone is not for idiots.
So use that expression on Bouaka or any officials and see whether they will tell you it's right. Here is the man who say AB can cause the president, they say the president up, down. This is what is hurting them. They try Sekou Sheriff over and over. They ain't ever Sekou Sheriff. When Sekou, it was Sekou who brought that expression, puppet of a president. You called Bouaka puppet of a president. It went down into the executive mansion, spirit, soul, marrow, bone, flesh, skin. AB take people description, everything that we've been talking, and things that people say, his own people come up and say, who insults? The people got to define what is insult in this country. Let the government now, Unity Party government, they rescue the country. So they are the ethical ones. Let them now move to the legislature and say these expressions are unethical. Anybody using these expressions on the presidency, on the radio, at Hatay Center, wherever, will be arrested and jailed. So you're doing that, then gradually you turn Bwaka into a dictator. Because that's how a president becomes a dictator. Nobody insults anybody in this country, not a single person on radio station. Nobody insults anybody. There is a difference between description and using vulgar expression. Vulgar expression which I cannot use, except you don't go to school. Nobody insults on radio. Everybody is descriptive, down to government officials. Daniel Sano will stay at the Ministry of Information and use awful expressions. He will come and be supported by his boss, Jeremy Pia, using all kinds of awful expressions. You don't see it? This is it. One of the Unity Party persons today, they were arguing. And they say, oh, when AB ready, let's say, yeah, the president, yeah, the expression, yeah, that the expression can hear them by way. That is this expression. I hope I get it.
Why will George Weah, who is tempted by or Joseph Boakai?
This is the description that goes into their soul. One of their partisans told me today, he's listening right now. He's listening. He always listens to the show. Every time I finish, not all the time, but some days he can tell me. And then the reason I can believe in him, you will tell me you are saying this, you say the other one, you say the one. So I say, oh yeah, that's how I can believe him. Some people will tell you they listen, but it's just for you to what they call, but not well. But he can tell me, say this one, and you are saying this one, and you say this one this way, that way. So I say, oh yeah, that's true. They are confused. So we met today. The argument came up. He said, Sam, your man, when your man ready, he just said the president stink. So that one that I saw, I said, no, chief, that one I saw that description. He said, Sam Andrews, that thing you call, he said that description. I said, yes, that's description. So then I put it to him. I said, your minister, your deputy minister for public affairs said George Weah has mosquito brain. That is an insult. He said, no, then I insult that description. So I said, oh, about that. That's the same thing. That description. Then he said, when you say somebody stink, he suddenly emphasized. I said, I kept my calm in the midst of the people. I said, no, that description. I was telling him simply whether he could define, because I know what insult is. In my literature, let me brag. I know what insult is. When you leave and move to vulgar, then, which nobody can use on radio. But being descriptive is not insult. This is what can hurt them to the core. He told me. He said, oh, yes, the president stink. I think,
why will George Weah, who is tempted by or Joseph Boakai, who was drowning in his Egypt land, who was dead, very red up, dirty, stink, you could find him. Why will George Weah, who is tempted by or Joseph Boakai, who was drowning in his Egypt land, who was dead, very red up, dirty, stink.
The man say, this expression here. My man, I beg you, help me before in the studio there. And then he lets him read. He said, yeah, that's stupid. Say, you there? He said, oh, God. The man said, today was seriously. The man say, Ebi, and say, the papa sting. So I say, oh, so they didn't really touch your, So you see, we are different naturally. Some people, they can describe, but they're not very graphic. Some people, like Daniel Sano, he can describe, but that description, it can't really move people. Oh, Jawi, I got mosquito brain. It's too thin, too faint, too light. What can really touch people descriptively is the sound, the emphasis. Listen to A.B. Whiting. Listen to the sound. Listen to the sound, the voice.
Who was drowning in his Egypt land, who was dead, very red up, dirty, stink. You could find him.
I see you. So you keep talking, yeah? You keep talking. Chief, nobody needs government event. Nobody. We already know from day one. That's the culture in Liberia. The government of the day. Everybody worships that government. Everybody. Once you're not singing the praises of that government, no. Already the people made it clear. Nothing about George. Anybody who is associated with George Weah. Anybody who is talking for George Weah, you are enemy to Unity Party. We know that because the Bible says it is not strange. Everybody who is associated with God, you are the enemy of Satan. Everybody who is associated with God, you are enemy of Satan, unless you come on his side. So anybody who is associated with George Weah becomes Unity Party enemy because Unity Party is against George Weah just as the devil is against God. So nobody, Chief, nobody is free for going on Unity Party radio station or going to Unity Party event. I said last week we are in a war of technology. We don't have to go to those events. We can sit rare and get everything and even get more than you think. We don't need that. No one is free for Unity Party event. Nobody can go to Unity Party event, the person in your pocket, or you attempting to drink the person in your liquor, you die. Or soft drink whatsoever. Everybody got to be very careful. Unity Party created an atmosphere and nobody wants to identify with any Unity Party person. I'm not saying that you should go around them or you shouldn't go around. Rather, I'm talking about ourselves. Chief, you leave it. Nobody go begging you for $5, $10. The people who begging you, who want your $5, $10, that the people on Facebook writing in your favor so that you will give them money because that's how they survive. No integrity. Just like Fagon has no integrity. Once you are inconsistent, you lack integrity. Ask God. Job said, until I die, I will never compromise my integrity. I will be consistent. You flouted. You go on the side. You also you come on the side. That place, the government take you from there, it finish. I see you. Nobody insults. And AB is never wrong. No journalist in this country insults. I can defend that to the letter anywhere, any day, anytime. These same people, just recently, what Unity Party people were wishing, George, we are deaf. Was it right? When they were in opposition, Unity Party people were wishing George Weah deaf. They said George Weah, when he get implant, he must crash. Unity Party bodyguards. They were sitting on Spoon Talk. Stanton did not tell them to stop. They allowed it. They were wishing we are deaf. They were called dependable nephew. Dependable nephew will say we are sick. We are at the point of death. We can't wear shoes. We have feet soling off. Was that right? Oh, you think anybody stupid because you're in power? So everybody should worship you. Yesterday, you people were very dirty and nasty in your expressions and actions. That today, everybody, no problem. Let's make the country ethical. So let everybody stop. People should not even insult their wives in the house. People should not even use awful expression in office. Some of you women in office that support Unity Party, we can see you. We hear the kind of things that you do. Come on, man. That's why God said, he who has not seen, let him be the first to throw the stone. If you think speck is in your brother's eye, you want him to take it off, first they check yours and make sure that you have no problem. Then let's move on. You can 10 times saying all kinds of awful things. Will react 10 times. That's the advantage. And you see it now, you see reasoning. AB has the platform. If AB did not have platform, then you say, oh yes, the man is paralyzed. So you can say all kinds of things. Because there are people who get platform, they're fighting. And you see, some of the politicians we know, let me tell you some of the things they can beg to appear. Not all the people that hear on radio, they're paying commercially. No, they beg. Some of the people, they credit radio stations, they owe. But you can hear them making B more. If you're not fighting for radio station, if I were that man, I would not even do that. But we turn that place into a public service broadcaster and not state machinery. Let's move to this man. Let's go. This is our next pointer. I will talk all these things, then we're going to see you. That's why I intended doing. We'll talk these things. Then we go home, yeah? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go this way. This is the next pointer. When you allow the atmosphere to cloud your reasoning of the future, which isn't certain, you look like a clown in the eyes of the people. You always have to be careful because the future is just not known. The future is not scientific. The future isn't fixed. No. There are too many stimuluses interplaying with our existence. You have to be very careful. That's why when a revolution or a transition is taking place, you want to be very careful on the fringe of it. What do you say? How do you say it? Government isn't permanent. Government job is not permanent. Who knew that Women Pay who have left government, Women Pay, they didn't even know. Women Pay saw himself ended the 6 years. The other people who left, Charles Brown this is how he bullied Buakai. Jawiago, Jawiago, Jawiago. Yeah, people were singing. Today, Charles Brown is out. But here's the difference. George Weah was the president. George Weah conceded by a narrow margin, avoiding any conflict in the country. He bowed out democratically, constitutionally. Charles Brown, the man who he sang for, the man sacked him. For the rest of his life, he will live with that stigma. Anywhere he goes, it's on him that he was sacked by Rescue One. He was disgraced. He's all over now. It's all over on him that he was sacked. Everywhere they go, it's gone down in the history. He's been discussed all over, dismissed. Buaka sacking. And in the next couple of weeks, watch it, he will go against Buaka. He will start saying some things against Buaka. He will start looking for safe haven in the opposition. Because that's what they do, that Liberia culture. They're not consistent at all. So he's out. Let him go and sing now. Sing, go sing. Sing, keep on singing. Make more music. Produce more songs against we are. And you gone? Sit down now. You off. You thought you're going to stay there forever. Our government job is transitory. It's not permanent. It's not a guarantee. It is not an inheritance. You have to be very careful. You have to be careful. We are good. We are good. Yeah, we are gone. And you gone too. This one, I know it looks like they forget. They thought that recently, this is one of the things that led to his removal, hitting the VP by way and Mentor Mofala. And we told you, we have the clips on we have the clips. And we're going into 2026. 2026, the National Elections Commission will start. And the government said 2026, they will start the court process to carry everybody associated with George Weah to jail. When a couple of weeks ago, I told you that 2026 will be a tough year, and we're bracing ourselves for that. Equally, we have things that they say that their own people, some of the things they came out with the design. We have it small. We're getting there. Yeah, the one he used to cost the people. Say, Jeremiah can roll, Jeremiah can roll, Tamafala roll. The few days ago, say, hey, what kind of thing we're hearing on the air? So, radio powerful.
I said, roll, Tamafala roll, Jeremiah can roll. I said, roll, Tamafala roll, Jeremiah can roll. I said, roll, Tamafala roll, Jeremiah can. I said, roll, Tamafala roll, Jeremiah can roll. I said, roll, Tamafala roll, Jeremiah can roll.
Now they dismissed Morris Brown there, sack Morris Brown. All right. So the trial or hearing continues today. Resume at Criminal Court A. The government political trial, and the Speaker of the House, along with his colleagues, were there. And they pleaded not guilty. They pleaded not guilty. Councillor Kofa says he's confident that there's going to be a non-guilty verdict.
I'm not guilty. But you have to follow the reading of the indictment. If you notice, two things I will point out to you. The first is the indictment is more about the 17 riot and communications therein. Very little about the fire. The indictment mentions nothing that any of the lawmakers did except by generalization. But the most interesting thing about the indictment, it has a letter from Kivi Bar to Honorable Dixie Sibo purporting to admit. I've said this before, I will say it to you again all the time. It's common sense. That's what we use in the law. How many of you these days can write a letter and a text message, you understand? No, that means that the prosecution don't have any case because there's no case to make. This is all politics and it will unravel as quickly as they put it together. Evidence, the only verdict is a not guilty verdict.
Representative Abu Kamaratu expressed confidence of receiving not guilty verdict because everything prompt up claims against them.
Of course I'm not guilty, which I know with my conscience and spirit that I'm not guilty.
Were you not involved in any conversation as read in the indictment?
Nothing. You listen to it. The repeated things you listen to it. The lawyers will handle that. I wish I were a lawyer to plead for myself.
How will you describe this whole situation from the time you were taken to the Monrovia Central Prison to now? How will you describe it?
Well, I think that's total nonsense, but the law will prevail. For me, I'm a man of faith and from a Christian background. I know with myself that I didn't do nothing. I was never even around. Never around. And as I said, I don't want to keep picking bearing before you all. I know your journalists, you're good at making sensational headlines. And I don't want to make sensational headline. My lawyers will handle the nonsense.
Representative Marvin Cole was at the Capitol building, was in the court. At the close of the day, he expressed a very insightful opinion, very significant concern, which we've been talking about from the very first day. And it raises suspicion. The government should not have tempered with the crime scene. They went ahead to announce 1.6 million. And then fast forward, the pro tem said she talked with the Chinese government. They agreed to renovate the Capitol building. Then we heard her again saying what problem it is when money is in the budget. So they put money in the budget for the renovation. Common sense. If you have a crime scene and people are accused and they are being investigated, you are not to tamper with the crime scene. You can only move to do anything renovation when it is determined by the court that these are the people who carry out the act, and then while they are serving their sentence, you assume responsibility to restore. But you cannot. The trial is on, and then you are renovating. You soliciting money, you put money in the budget. It means you knew exactly what is happening. So you hasty, or you're trying to hasten everything as a cover-up. Let's have a listen to Marvin Cole.
My understanding is they are submitting themselves to due process of law. All we are hoping and praying for that the law will be followed to its letters, and then the impartial judgment will be rendered. So that's the process of the law. So, I mean, nobody is above the law, and I want to be grateful that former Speaker Kofa is a man of the law, and he's following and trying to pursue the course of the law. I think that is the most important thing. So, I mean, you listen to the judge. They have had a postponement several times, and today is just one of those postponements for them to appear tomorrow night or 9:30. The gravity of this issue must be dealt with expeditiously. We should not be trying to be doing bickering. One of the things that have happened, while the government is prosecuting people for alleged crime, the government is renovating the very chambers that is saying was burned by these individuals. In the current draft budget, 3.some million is there. How the government determine that? Because if you are alleging that somebody did something, indict them on our jurisprudence. When you indict somebody, that person is a criminal until proven guilty or not guilty. Is presumed innocent until proven guilty. So once you have been indicted, the people, I think the government should not play enough that facility, because there will be further forensic investigation. Maybe the court may order that. So to determine factual causes of the fire. So you can't be renovating the place while you are prosecuting innocent people. In my mind, I don't see the justice there. if the chambers, the branch chamber, so to speak, is placed in the current national budget for execution, because the budget is going to be passed in this December. So why are you prosecuting people who burned the place? Why are you taking responsibility of a crime that you say I committed and you are prosecuting me for? So that's just my concern. The government had a lot of questions to answer, because if they are not political, they should not touch that facility until this the matter is legally concluded. Once a crime is committed, if you went to all of the crime scene, you see the ribbon that will be placed there, meaning that that place should not be tampered with until full conclusion are made or adjudication. So once you have alleging that people burn the place, you say hooligans burn the place, give the law the opportunity. When the law takes its course, then the government wants to take responsibility, the government can take responsibility. Once you have now adjudicated the matter, you place the branch chamber in your, in fact, from the very day in 2025 budget, the chair on Ways, Means and Finance estimated at 1.8 million. Now it's gone to 3.6 million. So what is it the government wants? So for not take over would not be wrong if he said the case is a political case. And I hope that our country should not be on the trajectory using politics and weaponizing all of our institutions. The judiciary should not be weaponized. And I think that's what is happening here, in my opinion.
Marvin Cole expressing his opinion on how everything is going. Yes, he's right. They mess up. They should not have tampered with the crime scene. They should have left the crime scene just as it is until everything is over. But they went ahead announcing. So it will be hard. They can't win that case. Rest assured, they can't win that case. They will come up with some kind of trick, loan delays, die natural death, but they can't win it. Let's close with this one. Listen carefully. Listen. Never ever provoke people in life. Don't tease people. English, or the tongue cannot be fluid all of the time. Sometimes we'll fumble on words, but you don't use that because it's not a political weapon. You heard the Unity Party lady who was fumbling to pronounce totalitarianism, and that lady on Spoon Talk, she condemns opposition to the core. She criticizes them just any way she wishes to. She feels that the guys yesterday were bad off, and when they try coming to Boaka, she will say, yeah, you can criticize the government, you can talk about the person, but I beg you, you lead the president order and sign a Congo way. That the woman who fumbled with totalitarianism, Unity Party women, my pronunciation getting harder. Just kidding, man. Yeah, not every one of you Unity Party women, they are sound great Unity Party women. Just kidding, cracking a joke with this one. Yes, another one. Have a listen to this one.
I would like to first of all clarify. It's confirmed. I'm committed to working collaboratively with the Honorable Senate. I'm committed to working collaboratively. Committed to working collaboratively. Committed to working collaboratively. Confirmed. I'm committed to working collaboratively. Committed to working collaboratively. Confirmed. I'm committed to working collaboratively. Confirmed. I'm committed to working collaboratively with the Honorable Senate. Confirmed. I'm committed to working collaboratively. Confirmed. I'm committed to working collaboratively. It's confirmed. I'm committed to working collaboratively. It's confirmed. I'm committed to working collaboratively. Confirmed. I'm committed to working collaboratively. It's confirmed. I'm committed to working collaboratively.
Now, collaborative, yeah. The expression, yeah. She wanted to say, if confirmed, I am committed to working collaboratively. I am committed to working collaboratively. That expression gave her that Bintu Salif, who goes on class reloaded. Oh, they in the CDC people there. They don't know the people that bunch of NASCAR, all kinds of. Yeah, she formally before.
If confirmed, I'm committed to working collaboratively. Confirmed, I'm committed to working collaboratively. Confirmed, I'm committed to working collaboratively.
Madam, you didn't need to say sorry. Listen, here is it. Unity Party, amen, my people are begging of me. Let's leave the thing. Nobody is so perfect on this earth and in this culture. Yesterday, you people, oh, the Senate this, oh, the Senate that, the Senate is spineless, and we are same people. They can't even say anything. They don't even know their own subject verb agreement. Their academic credential is this. The Senate is spineless, the Senate is there. You used to say all those things. Yeah, now your own people going. You appoint your people. Bwaka appoint Unity Party president, goes to the legislature, don't know what to say. Let your Unity Party woman here. The guys are fighting the best they can. Where in the world you go before the senators, you blunder, you lie under oath, you committed academic fraud. The senators allow you to go, which is a clear F. No return for confirmation hearing again. The guys come back to give her a second chance. Today again, they had another confirmation hearing for her. Yeah, man. You don't deny anybody over there. Oh. Again, the woman fumble. The woman still lying. The woman can't get her academic credential in order. They want, sorry to say, let me generalize this one. Because when you're ready, you can generalize it over with the men. The one, she spoiled your name by way. She spoiled the women of Liberia name by way. She blundered again. The senators gave her a second chance. They say, go and put everything together. They may have told her to reset and reshape her CV. Again, she goes fumbling. She didn't know how to explain her urban development degree. Amen. So you want to ask how she specialized in studies in urban development when her transcript has not a single in or related to that area of specialty. Bintu Salif needs to stop lying and just own up to her messy academic mess. That's all. Even though she will still be confirmed because she is a Unity Party supporter, but it is a known fact that she is an academic fraudster. Why Martin Colley and the rest of the people not saying anything? But when people from the other side, they'll be yelling, they confer doctorate degree on regime speaker, but he was all around here gallivanting all over the place with his campaign that they should not accept anybody. Some of the universities too, they took it, they buy into what he said as if it made any sense. Today, their academic culture just look that kind of way. That's why they say honorary. It's different from sitting in classroom. Honorary. People can give you a doctorate degree based on what you have done. Doctorate degree is nothing extra. That's why you can find most of people think that it's something extra. No wonder why most of the doctors, they just sit down here. They can't even write one paper. So she goes again, she fumbles. Have a listen, then we'll open the line.
That I hold a master's degree in social work with specialized studies in mental health and substance abuse and urban development. I apologize for an earlier misstatement, which I mentioned a minor in urban development.
You see, look at the kind of thing. Your women now, sorry if I'm giving a hasty generalization or generalization, but are your women? I mean, are your fellow women? What there to apologize? You mess up. When you mess up in anything, you personally repent of it. You don't go to apologize. Apology doesn't say anything. No. Those of you who just go on apologizing in the same way, you stop that. Apology doesn't say anything. What matters, what is accepted is repentance. Repentance. You went before the senators, you blunder, you lie. It was a messy hearing. Then you come back, the people try giving you second chance because you bwaga daughter. They say, let's try to help the lady. Come by, madam can sit down. You dig, and then you say, I apologize for my earlier statement. You stay confirming that you mess up. You telling the senators that they are dull and stupid. Yeah, man. If the guys over there confirm this woman, then truly they are mumus. You're listening to this thing. How can you sit in front of the senators after they gave you second chance, then you say, I am sorry? What? So you did not prepare yourself. You were not prepared. You did not know who you were going to, or you thought you were going to a bunch of fools? Come on, man.
To first of all clarify that I hold a master's degree in social.
Want to first of all clarify. Hey. Then the senators then sitting. Me, I'm sitting over there. The next I tell you, Mama, pack your bag. Go. Go clarify to Boaka and the rest of the people. You don't clarify here. This place is for hearing. We are scientific here. Since you want to clarify, go. When you finish, then you come.
I would like to first of all clarify that I hold a master's degree in social work with specialized studies.
The reason she says she would like to clarify because she realized she fought or she lied. In the first hearing, she lied. So she comes to her bunch of mumus. Say, let me clarify. Senators then. There you go. There is no reason why we'll continue to listen to the guys out of Liberia. You learn so much.
First of all, clarify that I hold a master's degree in social work with specialized studies in mental health and substance abuse and urban development. I apologize for an earlier misstatement, which I mentioned a minor in urban development. My academic training is robust and aligns with the demands of this role, particularly in community development, social systems, and urban resilience environments. If confirmed, I'm committed to working collaboratively with the Honorable Senate, local government actors, civil society, community leaders, and developmental partners to reinforce urban governance. My goal is to ensure our cities serve as engine of economic progress and social stability. Honorable Senators, I respectfully seek your favorable consideration and confirmation. I pledge to serve with integrity, discipline, and unwavering dedication to advancing the governance, resilience, and sustainable development of Liberia's cities and towns. Together, we can build urban centers that embody the aspiration of our people and the vision of a renewed Liberia.
She read from script or own script. She has pronunciation problem. Go sit down on class read all that tonight again, cause your fellow women in opposition and other people. Yeah? Go sit down. I know why I note that for. Then you'll say AB can cause, AB can cause. AB can cause nowhere, no tape. I challenge any one of you. Challenge anybody to define any government official or define what insult is. Let the government lay out insult to us. Then we'll say, yes, this is what the government considers insult, and they issue a decree on it going forth. Anybody who insults the president will go to jail. Then we'll look at it, we'll have it. So you go to the legislature, you craft a law from the executive, a legislation, and then you push it to the legislature. Unity Party regime senators, A unity party regime representatives will pass it in no time. So you're putting it into law. You tell us what constitutes insult. What are the words that people ought to use and the words they ought not to use? Let us know. But as far as I know, nobody insults. Nobody, everybody describes. The president himself describes. Listen to President Boakai expressions along the way. So if you say people insult the president, then we can say the president insults people. The only reason you're saying that because you only know what constitutes insult. There is a difference between being descriptive and using vulgar expressions. That's all. Let's go. Let's go to the line. Let's take a few of your calls, and then we are out for the day. Yes. But before that, let's have this break. Let's take a breather. Then we can take your call.
Joe. Rastafari. It's a redemption day.
Wagwan must struggle me.
Wagwan revolution, people. Wagwan the blue revolution. Y'all ready? CDC, y'all ready? Let's go. CDC come. CDC come. CDC build. CDC build. CDC red. CDC red. Headquarters coming. Yeah, we building a new home. Let's go. Let's go. Them men they want the whole. Them not make it one way. Hey. Let's go. Let's go. We did it before, and we can do it again. Say. Let's go. Let's go. Them men they want the whole. Them not make it one way. Let's go. Let's go. We did it before, and we can do it again. Now watch this. We coming again. We coming again. We coming again.
We will do it again.
We coming again. We coming again. We coming again. CDC coming again.
Drawing blueprints, breaking ground. A foundation strong where love will stand tall. Every break can be a piece of our heart. A place we call our own. No matter where the road we go, the walls are rising. The rules are taking shape, building a new home. We blow up from the start. Through laughter when tears, through the struggle we face, we'll build it strong, fill this room with joy and grace.
Let's go. Them men they want the whole, them not make it hey.
Let's go. Let's go.
We did it before, and we can do it again. Say, we are the masses. This is our party. It's not a building. This is an idea. This is our struggle. This is our future. We can be broken, better and stronger forever.
The Blue Revolution is building a new world.
They break it before, we build it before, they break it again, we will build it again. They break it before, we build it before, they break it again, we will build it again. They in position,
The best,
we in opposition,
the best,
they gave us eviction,
the best,
a turn to demolition,
the best,
we turn right,
the best,
we turn left,
the best,
we do this,
the best.
we do that, the best.
They are so mad for no reason.
All the charlatans, all the motivers, all the misquans, God is all okay.
They are so bad for no reason.
This apologist was for rescue puppets. Tabula rasa put us in economic destitution.
They are so bad for no reason. We're coming again. 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 CDC coming again.
Oh, Jarastafara, what about? It's a redemption day.
0772 23 99 33 0777 98 03 75 0777 9803 75. The women's line, the men's line 0772 23 99 33. Those are the two numbers. Hello?
Hello,
Yes.
are you coming on, sir?
I'm doing good.
Yeah, you're speaking to Patrick Kamara from Redfield Station Road.
No, I'm not speaking to Frederick. Frederick speaking to Kings FM. Frederick speaking to Kings FM or through Kings FM to the people.
Patrick speaking to Kings FM from Station Road, Redfield.
Yeah. Call that you call.
My point here is that PG Fagon is a parishioner. He lives on and he is a parishioner. Just how his father is a parishioner. That's all they want to see. That's all they want to see how this country will be. They don't want no progress to happen in this country. They only want for themselves to benefit. So that's why they want to roll all type of propaganda towards the nation. So you don't want to give them people for what they will say. Yeah, and my point.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
How you say, Andrew? How you doing?
I'm fine.
This is Mom recording from 10th Street. And St. Andrew, thank you for yesterday while asking for favor. That message, you have to bring it back. Knowing your calling, that message, it was testing, you have to bring it back. You know, not everyone of our levels have to hear it over and over for it to stick in your mind and your heart.
Okay.
Thank you yesterday. And for Fakon, I don't know what Fakon wants to say because you said someone doing something you doing the same thing. I was just watching on my daughter's phone, insulting, children looking at it, listening to it. Then he insulting. In case now you bring out the insult that you are running on yourself, then who do that? And Fakon can compare himself with a person who is educated. He is a journalist. But with this, on a certain platform, they hear a journalist. So when you know something, you don't know how to go about doing it. They were going to even have the platform, and they know that boy was not going to go on the platform and say all kind of things. What you are left for your the Kings FM was you teach people, you make them to honor things. Maybe that they fear they have it. How many people can listen to EFBC this time? How many? People don't listen to those stations, and so he kept wasting his time. Thank you for affording me the time, bro. Thank you for yesterday. Thank you for that message again.
Thank you. Bless God. Hello.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep.
Thank you so much. This is William Sabato calling from Jicotown, Ria. Thank you. It's a year ago. I can only hear about, but I can't tell anything. But thing I'm going to tell is, I tell you too much for the work you're doing always for Liberia people. Thank you because of you. I don't know what say. Because of you, a person will. Maybe. So, to listen to these, the BBC said, helping some of our body. Because military
You're saying that BBC is saying, but a country is that we are coming back 2029. Takon is he was a kissing ball. Now generated there, a kissing ball. He compared himself with Cousin William. Cousin William not eat a school fee. Takon they use a wagon to eat or do not to eat. You not go to school. So when the dog in the church, they have to go to the state. But today, you want to send down a course a Cousin William. The question is said that I said it will do. That a Cousin William it will do. Thank you so much. Let God promote you. And God carry you through. In Jesus' mighty name.
Amen. Amen. Was in Sabato. Thank you. Hello. Yeah. Who? Yeah, Reverend, talk louder, Pastor.
Yes, I'm for the conflict of the authors. What I want you to do for me, I beg you, you keep it on recording from account.
Pastor, talk louder. People not getting you.
Don't get that about it because of the restriction. I said, don't keep any recording for account yesterday. So they prove account and to prove to the appearance that account is a person of bad nature. So please.
No, there are certain expressions you can put on the air. It's not because the person say and you want to expose it. You can put it on the air. You have children, you have different people listening to the radio. You can put it on.
So he's not thinking. He's gonna buy expressions in a coming. We gotta expose him.
All right, Pastor. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Hello.
Hello, Sam.
Yeah.
This is a birthday woman.
Oh, wow. Elder Council. Happy birthday, man. Happy blessed birthday. Wish God's protective covering and many more.
Thank you, our last born then. Thank you. That station is our station. Saying I want to say, you know, like he said, you need to talk to that man. That man who is friend again. You can even see him around women. So make it go around. Be that after when you drunk, then you see him sitting there talking all kinds of things. That man that only hanging a coat up because you know he's there for any good reason. Anytime he can take a coat down. When you that went to school, when you is a college crying, when you is educated, you the way that man causing, he causing like a street man. I know he grew up that they say behind it, well off. But I'm somebody for your man, but nothing good he brought for you that they say he just brought rudeness. Then the fear that in me is that code there. The code is no longer code again. It's no longer code again. The people that will respect it there and they can get their sound ruling. So our people that there, let go help them. Chapter building planning. Every one of us we know. Baby said no. That came from the regime group. So then they telling us. He's telling us that you want to kill those children. They already brought money. If you don't have the evidence and you know it is not your dream, why will you want to prepare the place before time? My son, God will be with those people there and the disgrace they're looking for, they will get it. That regime man there, we're talking about the other men who are saying, but yeah, we're hearing that he bidding a gene for the police to train and kill us. So, your own that country there, asking. Thank you, Papa.
Thank you and happy birthday again. Enjoy your day, Mama. Hello.
Hello, Sandro.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm Joseph. You keep calling Freeway Japan Freeway. Yes, Sandro. Thank you for the topic on the discussion this afternoon. Thank you for your, education on a daily basis to the Liberian people that you people are providing. Something I want to say to you people who of our time, journalists or talk show hosts in this regime. Sir Andrew, I want you people to be very careful with the other people that on the other side. Because I had to kill most of the time pulling from here, carrying Banga for retreat. And the person in there and the man died. So inviting you, or Caddy, yeah, Caddy or Kiawan or Caddy, ELBC inviting Gosling Williams. I beg, it's not it's not everything that somebody will tell you you take in, or it's not every invitation somebody gives you, then you follow or you go up to it. People are watching you, people are facing you, people are fighting hard against you, people to bring you down. So I beg that you people should remain yourself. You people should keep asking God, and we'll keep asking God on your behalf, because you people really provide a significant education for us. Things that were in hiding, you're bringing to light. So they are very much pissed up, very much vexed against you people. So somebody calling you to the station, it might not be their mind, but to that person, they may come and harm you. Thank you for affording me the platform.
Oh, have a nice day. Let's go. Let's go back to the women's line. Hello.
Yeah. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thank God Almighty. And you?
Yeah, thank you for this day, God. God bless us with new brand day this morning.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yeah, my brother, thank you for the show. This is my assistant to the public, never herself. The doctor. No, what they call skin, they say. Them argue. They are brother here. What he saying here? Oh, they are fellow coursing, eh? The way you cause broker culture when you are with CDC, when they get you job, you will act stupid all around here. You are fellow course. And one of the scouts, every gossip, what even people in here? What we see today, when they are no Falcon, what he need, how you call him? What was your Falcon here? Oh, Falcon, they will just also, and they scrap we are that today a fellow coursing. I say a fellow coursing, they tell you what they say, scrapping your boss man. Why you need to tell him about Wake? And you tell him, say you want to respect him, and I come here, he won't come there. He got platform to step on, and they sports worker. We may press worker here. We for me, I person, but every worker here. But we are in opposition, you saw job here from his man, from his parents, and even to his wife, we are telling it there. So what you fellow causing now? What you fellow causing? What do you fellow causing now? It's talking about the man can handle every effort the man can do and what have you. It made no sense. If you have respect your power skin, let me want to after we will go after you. We can see that no. And I will describe you. I don't want to describe you. Your cow skin lip again. Thank you.
Hello.
Good afternoon, Senator.
Yeah.
Yeah, Victoria Barcon from Johnson James. Thank you very much, my brother, for the topic. You know, Falcon is a rude man, and the reason why Falcon was the Falcon, the first time in May, the well point in Latin is saying they were carrying a subby. My general from the everybody that day, they said the carrying a subby. They love me because they invited me carrying a subby that time. What do they say? They met his room when he come from there. They suspend you. Then they call you back in the second one you get 100%. We are firing you. When you say you never let those that call themselves etiquette, you never let. Let me tell you, the people running the government, they left working cost. That cost, we now want cost. The people are costing because when you now abuse in worker government, you get job. Let me tell you, you can get job. This is the point in the country here. You see effort tension in the country here. People get to see the same people. You can compare yourself with even our journal, the U.S. operation. That make a compare yourself with you. That never was watching Central Pro in America before you survive. You can compare yourself with you. Even EFBC, they're working with government, but they scope away. They won't get ahead. You can compare yourself with us. We inform your journal that run your opposition section. They're not informing, they're taking paper, but they better return. Well, the government journal then. What passing around, what spending your integrity, what paying for small money. You're better money. And you're free like in the government that when you know nobody will stay with them because they will use them to bring medicine, bring for your motor to do your because we depend on your as God say your in there that you will depend on. We don't want to go around there wicked people that are supporting us. I want to it when you abuse they make just when you cause my God they just when you they integrity. You must be careful with them because they will depend on and you're pouring the country on S the country on the scatter. Thank you very much.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
I've been looking for the time, so I was fine. You give a call. That Golan is in me that care second time I look at you in coin. That Golan from Bomi is so stupid. You know what court for Bakai to go to court Bakai. Now, sooner court is yet to be here. They said a cost on flyer to care all. That's what people go there for. Baka and Womo Katumu. But we don't want to cross over the radio station because our radio station here. And that need a brain care. That need a brain care. That's only that perfect needed. Anything that comes, they will be back for them. It's a straight, they will see the fun. So if they are happy, they will fight hard, they will not do nothing to you. You're blessed. God always blessing you. God always say, I'm on you to guide you. He say, in your every blessing, they to learn your educating like you. They will look at you to bless you, to look at you to women tell you, nobody will do something to you, nobody will harm you. That the harm they will go to them by grace of God shall laugh. Nothing will happen to you. And love will not pray to you and left for you and our president. Thank you, Papa.
Thank you too. Have a nice day.
Joseph Walker is an old, frail, and weak, unpatriotic, questionable citizen of the Republic of Liberia. Do you argue that? He's 23 years older than George Weah. No argument. He is too old to be a modern day president. He has collapsed several times, meaning he is frail and he is weak. No argument. He is unpatriotic because, one, he lied to us. Two, all the jobs he held, he did nothing. And the 43 years he served in government was marked by massive fraud, waste, and abuse. And most importantly, rampant corruption. As far as the citizenship is concerned, it is in question. Rampant corruption. As far as the citizenship is concerned, it is in question. Rampant corruption. As far as the citizenship is concerned, it is in question. Rampant corruption. As far as the citizenship is concerned, it is in question.
Hello? Hello? You went off, Chief.
Joseph Walker does not have the image nor the personality. The image nor the personality to be a leader. He does not have leadership qualities. No, he is frail, slow, and weak. Slow, frail, and weak. In addition to his education being obsolete, archaic. Somebody won't say, what I mean call archaic. ARCHAIC, man. Go define it. That's 2 age time he got here. People, education, we knocked that one out of the park. No match. George Weah is far more educated than Joseph Walker. No question asked. I dare anybody open their mouth on that one. Is not only educated, but far more educated than Joseph Walker. Joseph Walker claims he has a Bachelor's of Arts degree and a certificate, a Bachelor of Arts degree from the University of Liberia, and a certificate from Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration. Finish. Go look on the Executive Mansion website. He self-put that nobody be him, nobody forcing. That all he got and that all he knew. That's all. Nothing else there. This is not me. This is the man himself. If you look at George Weah, he does not only have a Bachelor's of Arts degree, but also a Master's degree. And those degrees he got in under 10 years. Walker got a Bachelor's 58 years ago. 58 years ago, when you never knew what they call computer. We're in the modern era. Not only is George Weah far more educated than him, George Weah education is recent. Walker education is outdated, archaic, redundant, retrogressive, unpalatable, unbearable, and retarded. Joseph Walker is an old, frail, and weak, unpatriotic, questionable citizen of the Republic of Liberia. Do you argue that? He's 23 years older than George Weah. No argument. He is too old to be a modern day president. He has collapsed several times, meaning he is frail and he is weak. No argument. He is unpatriotic because, one, he lied to us. Two, all the jobs he held, he did nothing. And the 43 years he served in government was marked by massive fraud, waste, and abuse, and most importantly, rampant corruption. As far as the citizenship is concerned, it is in question.
I'm not guilty. But you have to follow the reading of the indictment. If you notice, two things I will point out to you. The first is the indictment is more about the 17 riot and communications therein. Very little about the fire. The indictment mentions nothing that any of the lawmakers did except by generalization. But the most interesting thing about the indictment, it has a letter from Kivi Bar to Honorable Dixie Sibo purporting to admit, I've said this before, I will say it to you again all the time. It's common sense. That's what we use in the law. How many of you these days can write a letter and a text message, you understand? No, that means that the prosecution don't have any case because there's no case to make. This is all politics and it will unravel as quickly as they put it together. Evidence, the only verdict is a not guilty verdict.
Of course, I'm not guilty. Which I know with my conscience and spirit that I'm not guilty.
Were you not involved in any conversation as read in the indictment?
Nothing. You listen to it. The repeated things you listen to it. The lawyers will handle that. I wish I were a lawyer to plead for myself.
How will you describe this whole situation from the time you were taken to the Monrovia Central Prison to now? How will you describe it?
Well, I think that's total nonsense, but the law will prevail. For me, I'm a man of faith and from a Christian background. I know with myself that I didn't do nothing. I was never even around. Never around. And as I said, I don't want to keep picking bearing before you all. I know you're journalists. You're good at making sensational headlines. And I don't want to make sensational headline. My lawyers will handle the nonsense.
So let's go now. We've got a couple of minutes to leave. We'll talk the other ones tomorrow. We'll start raising concern, calling on the General Auditing Commission and other institutions, the asset and property retriever tax force and those related institutions. Unity Party must tell where the money is coming from to build the headquarters, the source of the money. GAC, be on the alert. Asset and property retrieval tax force, you told us you are concerned about funds, how funds are infused, how they are solicited, and a lot more. We have you on record, Councillor Edwin Clark Martin, to that, and other experts in Liberia on money laundering and other issues supported you on that. And we've been told that it worth your concern and GSC and other institutions. It's too early. The government is about to build its headquarters. The source of that money has to be known, where the money is coming from to build. They've already purchased the place. Whether the money came from state-owned enterprises or from the executive, or the money was sourced from outside Liberia, the country must know. If you guys think that this is a playground, nothing going to happen, if you think that the opposition not going to raise any concern about it, Unity Party, you missed the mark. You have placed yourself in a terrible, damning position. You will have to give account. The people of this country must know where you've took the money from to secure a party headquarters that you're going to, you said, dedicate or go home or return home, whichever the expression. And our understanding is the structures that are currently there will be destroyed and a new design will be up for construction. So Joseph Human Boakai, the standard bearer of Unity Party And the president of Liberia, who said there will be no business as usual, must now, by his open governance policy and transparency and accountability he preached, which we have him on record, tell the country where the money came from that Unity Party already sold or bought their headquarters. You want to tell the country, Mr. President, please tell your committee it is worth. Now is the time. Let the country know where you took that money from. If it is in the budget, as you people will put everything on the budget, capital building renovation in the budget, so maybe your party headquarters in the budget because it's Unity Party budget, or the money instruction was given that LPRC make amount available, Freeport make certain amount available, and those other generating entity. Don't live with the illusion that nobody is going to ask you. You will do it. If this was in CDC time, like you did with other issues, you have raised the same concern. Hence, we are concerned. Mr. President, you said no business as usual. You also said accountability will be the hallmark. Nothing will be hidden in your administration. You are faced with this tacit responsibility to tell the public where the money has come from, that you've already bought the place and you're going to destroy those structures that are there currently to build a new headquarters. We will not give into that shenanigans of half lot. Our men are on half lot. We on whole lot. You can be on even 1 billion acres. It does not matter. You want to tell us where the money is coming from or where you have taken the money from. You are just under 2 years in your regime. You're talking about building your new headquarters. You have already secured the place. You're going to break down the current structures that are there. You want to tell the country where you got the money from. Don't think it will go under the carpet. Don't think this is your place that you will just do anything and nobody will say anything. It will go down the drain and then you go about. If you ever think that way, Mr. President, you and your people, it will not happen. You will give account. You will tell us, you told us no business as usual. So you want to tell us where the money came from, that you've already bought the place. Your committee told us, your committee chairman said the place has already been bought. You people done with the first phase. Now the second phase is going back home. And the third phase will be the destruction of those structures that are there to construct new ones. You are talking about in between millions. So, Mr. President, that is for you. Don't think you will be a headquarters and nobody will know. GAC is watching. The Arab, even though Arab boss, that your puppet, Edwin Clark Martin is your puppet, but he finds himself in an embarrassing position. Just to share that with you. Okay, so the man himself has just put out something, Abraham Godson William, and I guess all of you want to hear it. He has just sent out something relative to what we're being or what is you go up, you count down. The most talked about journalist in Liberia now is A.B. Weir. The most popular journalist now is A.B. Weir. Everybody, everywhere. Let A.B. say he going to a given place, walking by line. People will think that Joe Weir coming. Because everybody wants to see A.B. Weir. That's the impact you get, or the reception you get from the impact you make. When you are fearless, that's what you get. you have the admiration of the people, you have the respect of the people. When you are consistent, they believe in you. When you don't flit and you don't sway. Flit is where you just, like you playing love with a lady on and off. Like Fagonden, they were flirting with CDC, no consistent. Say they left because things. But AB being consistent in the media and consistent with everything he does. For Fagonden, they're consistent like the other politicians then. Like you see them. The other ones, they insulted Boaka Gate and Job, Liberian politicians. When you are inconsistent, no, people don't respect you. You taint your reputation, your integrity. There's distrust before you, anywhere you go. People treat you with suspicion and skepticism. So the man himself has written something. I will read that word for you, and then we are out. You want to listen carefully. Hear what Abraham Godson Will wrote not too long, 3 minutes ago, relative to he said, I know your fear. I know your fear. That's how he started. I know your fear that my patriotic work undermine your selfish appetite for salaries that ends 2029. I understand the reasons behind this whole fight and the anger directed toward me. Abraham Godson Weir. Your issue is not really about what I said about JMB, because deep down, you know the things I say about him and his governance styles are based on facts. Many of you have said the same things in the past, but now that he has satisfied you and you rescue you from the very poverty he once experienced, you pretend to be angry with me today. Your anger and ranting are rooted in the fear of potentially losing salaries and jobs in 2029, because my voice against JNB and your misrule may contribute to Liberians deciding otherwise at the polls. The difference between you and me is this. I am not in this for myself, my family, former President George Weah, or CDC, as many of you assume. I have consistently made painstaking decisions to resist very temptations to accept a government job, even though it is not a crime to do so. In 2014, when I transitioned from sports commentary to political commentary through political endorsements, the same UP supporters accused me of seeking a government job. I understood their assumptions because Truth FM holds the record as the only post-war media entity that produced the highest number of public officials from the media environment when people like Bruce Mann, Patrick Horner, Christopher Selee, Smith Tobey, so among others, all receive presidential appointments, and for this, I applauded the UP government. In 2017, these same UP supporters attacked me when I spearheaded the Liberty Party media campaign and later supported the CDC for regime change. Patrick Horner, then deputy director at LBS, even claimed on local radio that I was only doing so to take his job. He was wrong. During the entire 6 years of CDC's leadership, I resisted every temptation to accept an appointment, including a deputy director general role at LBS, offer when Jala Greyfield and I were recommended by Nathaniel McGill and Lejehu Rennie. Jala accepted. I declined and chose to remain in the private sector, leaving Truth FM in 2021 and joining Freedom FM. In fact, the current LBS Director General, Eugene Fagon, then Deputy Minister of Information, once joked, "You are the first Bassa man to leave a 4,000 job for a 500 job." Yet, through all these choices, God blessed me. Even without a government job, my modest salaries and occasional support enabled me to build my dream house, earn 3 degrees, own and drive my low-level luxurious vehicles, and ensure my family is well. The puzzling part of your behavior is glaring. You insult President Weah, a man I love and support wholeheartedly. You say all sorts of degrading things about him, yet I do not silence you or attack you. But when I speak the truth about JNB, you abuse me and sever relationships. As I have said, you do not truly love JMB. You know he is not fit. You know I am speaking facts that could help redeem this country. But selfishness and greed have blinded you to these truths that could save Liberia. Finally, I am not in this for myself, my family, WEA, or CDC. I am in this for Liberia. As long as this country exists, as long as I am alive, as long as JMB remains in power, I would not stop speaking out. Your unpatriotic desire to place personal interest above national interest will continue to be resisted. So help me God, we are getting there. Right. This is the position from Teacher Light. You just posted. Let me share with you some of the comments, some of the reactions, some not airworthy, so I wouldn't read some of those comments. Benedict Coleman said, "Great pig. Thank you, Teacher Light." My Keman son, forget about that. And then that expression can come out, Teacher Light. Ozongo man said, "Well said, Teacher Light. Those guys fear you greatly. But by the way, the Face the Issue program at Kings FM has many followers and viewers, more than the entire LBS. Keep doing the Liberian people's work." Titro Punchline said, "The wise men have spoken. So, what you want to tell him again now?" All right. Say Mandan, say Gosen has spoken. Go look for your equal to discuss. Jojo said, "I love that part. As long as JMB remains in power." Bro, you got a very good position. Okay. Too many. So this is it. Yeah. Okay. So that's it. Can you any hustling? So that's it, though. Nobody. You go up, you can't do your business. You can say anything you want to say. If insult is determined, is defined by you people, then let's see. Nobody insult, nobody. This will not go as any diversionary trick or tactics. We know what you guys are doing. We know what you ought to do. You stick to the issue. Mr. President, please tell the country there is this mystery building. Why you can say, why your office can speak to it. What kind of president will have a mystery building in his country and it doesn't concern him? Why can his ministers raise a concern and bring it to the attention of the president? Where in the world a mystery building drops from nowhere? When the people talk or when AB talk, then they say, oh, he cussing. Chief, that one you're leafy. You're not smart. You ain't no propaganda. That's not how it works. You're about to go to construct pretty close to 2 or 3 million United States dollars headquarters in just under 2 years. Where the money is coming from. You want to tell the nation, tell the country where the money is coming from. It doesn't matter. Nobody is interested in that. That is not a me issue. That is not a brand butter issue. Preventing AB from going on LBS, that's not a brand butter issue. Stick to the me issue. There is no accountability at LBS, the very LBS that's saying, oh, I've been a man. There is this insecurity. Now, Hassan Kiawu, who is qualified, a seasoned journalist, will have to have a rethink. Otherwise than that, he will get disgraced. And I'm saying that openly, Hassan, because that was a threat from Eugene Fagon. Eugene Fagon is not qualified, not a journalist. Hassan Kiawu, a seasoned, well-respected journalist in this country, one of the best Liberia can boast of. Academically, he grounded 2 masters, a bachelor, and certificates in several areas. Mentally balanced, knows how to face situation, especially difficult situation, how to navigate through. Prevail. He handled the communication arm of Prevail during COVID-19. He was a consultant to local and international institutions within the space, helping Liberia to clamp down on COVID-19. And he was expert. Today, most of the international NGOs that were in Liberia at the time, they have his record. They've taken his name and his work with them. If he chooses to disgrace himself, well, then he can. I'm not saying that he should leave where he's man enough. I cannot advise him. But we speak based on the signs of the time. If you have a despot, a tyrant, if you have somebody as DG who just go about bragging, I'm the boss, I'm the director, yeah. The first time in the history, it is only on a United Party government that we've seen LBS boss bragging, ranting. I'm the boss. A person who is balanced, exposed, grounded, knows his work, will not go bragging, will not go ranting, will not go, no. Even God hates that. Look it up in the Bible. God said, boast not of yourself. Rather, let others say of you based on your work. That's what God said. A person who brags, who rants, who boasts is empty. Only empty people do that. Someone of substance will not. You know why? You will see the person's substance, and it is the substance that you will speak of. That's the situation with AB and that man. AB goes to the issue. He runs. He goes about. What did he say? What did he say about the car? FBS. You heard him ranting? I am the boss here. All vehicles of FBS be parked at 10. It's empty. Here is it. That is a media institution. That is not, its function is a militant one. Every radio station is in militancy. Anytime you can be called upon. A radio station is just like the military. You are in readiness at any time. Anytime you can be called upon, so you are ready to ground all of your vehicles. You're telling the people, yeah, we park, we go home. So if there is an emergency and your boss, the president, call you and say, Eugene Fagon, please get the people, this, you'll be calling people from their houses. Oh, what a driver for this, what a driver. That's how I dull people. Radio station is a militant place. They are always ready. All of the vehicles are ready. That 18th century thing, bragging, I'm the boss here. I'm the director general here. All the cars should be parked. No Hopo Joe. The car will not be used for Hopo Joe. So you're saying FBS, man, the people there, they know. God. So no cause here. I say the culture. Did I see that? Yeah, I will look it up again. Let me be sure before I bring it on. I saw something from a pastor, but I will look at it and read it over and over before. But there where we are. That's it. So we want to know. We'll remind you every day. Brian McGill is a free man, a Unity Party supporter. The government said no case. The police director said there's no prima facie. So, okay. So Brian McGill is a free man. He's a free man, no problem. That's it. We'll see you. That's government. Government protect its own. So they protected McGill. But the lady, the girl, the 14-year-old girl, the father, the mother, they will live with it. If they lie, they will live with it. If they told the truth and the government circumvented it, the government twisted it, they will have their reward. We'll see you. Men are free men. The news is up at 6. King's Newsroom. Please join us for that. And then at 6:50, Isiaka Sharif is in with CDC hour. And then the evening hours, the man of the hour, the most talked about, the man whom the government is afraid of, the man, the name that is in every government space, every government office, every government residence, every government vehicle, all over, the only teacher of the land, Anthony at Law, A.B. William, is in with Face the Issues. And guess what? All of them will put their radio on. They will go online to they will get ready. They will go on, they will put the radio on, Kings 88.5. They will get on the internet to watch A.B. Wheel tonight. So you see there, the man is by far better, 10 times better than that opportunist sitting out LBS, bragging and ranting. He's in at 8 o'clock. We'll face the issues. If God permits, we're back tomorrow. Yes, that's it. This is how we go home. We go home this way. This is how we go. Let's go.
Jah, Rastafari. It's a redemption day.
Wagwan must struggle.
Wagwan revolution people.